going to take a long. So you'll need a needle. Well, it's a hook and some yarn, which I've got. And the correct yarn you need, it'll be telling you on the label here. So it tells me that I need a 4mm hook. So if you get some yarn and a hook, this is DK yarn. I use DK, and you actually need a 4mm. With thicker yarns, it'll tell you, because I've used thicker yarns in the past, and there it shows on the label here the hook size and the needle size there. And it'll also tell you the care labels as well if you make an item and you want to wash it.
Is what she's doing. Yeah.
That's all you can need.
She's doing it.
So this is called a crochet hook, and this is called yarn. Some people call it wool. I call it yarn. And we're going to learn how to first do a slip knot. Does anyone know what a slip knot is?
No, no idea.
Have it? Do any of you ladies knit?
No.
No.
I can knit, yeah, but not good. If you get what I mean, you know, I can only
I've
just.
seen other people doing it. I've never done it myself.
So no one knits or crochets, so you don't know what a slip knot is.
No.
So to start crochet, you need to actually do a slip knot. I've never actually taught on Zoom, so it's a bit difficult. So what you do is you get your tail there. That's your tail of your yarn. If you could do that.
Samara, you just need to come a bit up and in the middle. That's
there.
it. Yeah.
So the tail is there, and you put it on near your palm, well, on your palm of your hand, on this side, and that's your yarn. And you just wrap it around like that.
Are we making a crisscross or just
Yeah,
round?
you can make a crisscross.
Oh, they're starting.
So your tail should be here on the palm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just wrapping it around there. You can do it like that. So the main part is at the front here, there. That's the tail part, and that's the main part of the yarn.
But it doesn't have to be crossed over on your finger.
No, it doesn't have to be crossed over. And what you do is, where the main part is, you just lift it up a bit there, like that. Has everyone got that?
Yeah.
Are we lifting the longer thread or the short thread?
You're just lifting the long thread, the main part of that.
I've just started now. Assalamu alaikum.
Can
you show me again? I'm really sorry. I was busy.
Assalamu alaikum. Me too.
So everyone's got the. So this is the yarn tail. So you put the yarn tail on the palm of your hand.
Right. Yeah.
And you just wrap it around your finger, like that.
Is it twice?
Yeah. You just wrap it around, and it looks like two, but it's actually just once.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And then you lift the main part, this part, a little up there. Has everyone got that?
The longer bit.
Yeah.
The longer bit.
Yeah.
You lift that up.
Yeah, thanks. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Have you all got that?
Yeah.
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 And you just like this is imagine this is a letter box.
Yeah.
And that is your letter there. That's your letter, and that's your letter box. You just going to post this in your letter box there.
Hello.
So we're pulling the other thread.
Yeah, through.
Yeah.
With the crochet on.
Has everyone got that?
Yeah.
And you just holding
so
it.
we're twisting it around the loose hoop.
Yeah, you're just posting it through there. And that is your.
All right. Made the knot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loop. Yeah.
Has everyone got that?
On here. And then you lift it.
No, mine hasn't been done.
Yeah. I've got it. Is it right?
I can't see. Everyone's on. The cameras aren't on them. You muted.
Oh.
Yeah, yours is right. Yeah. Fatima, yours is right.
Thank you.
So it's the small one, with pulling the small one through the big one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
Ah,
You you're pulling the small, the tail is there,
Yeah, got that.
and you're just wrapping the main part there.
Right, yeah.
And then taking off your
And you're
finger.
pulling the tail through the main part.
Ah, I've got that. I've got that now.
And you hold there, and then you've just got there.
Like a little loop.
Yeah, it's like a little loop.
And you
keep
can
that
sort of
loop.
move it around. Am I right? You can still move it's like a knot, but you can still make the knot then the hole bigger and smaller if you pull it.
Yeah, this is
That's
the loop,
it.
and if I undo it, it'll be like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
brilliant,
open.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. The more you see it, the more easier it becomes to understand how to do it.
Yeah. Have you?
So
You can practice that. You can practice that slip knot a few times, so you know everyone will be different. You'll probably do it differently once you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's brilliant. And that's like casting on, comparing it to knitting. That's casting on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's casting on. I should have said that. It's the same thing. Has everyone got that? Do you want me to repeat it?
I never. I've just done it with my hand.
You can do it with your hand. It's any way you like. You can you can wrap it around 2 fingers, 3 fingers, whatever you feel comfortable. I just do it once because I'm quite obviously. It's there, and you wrap it around. You hold there and
Pull it in.
So you're pulling the long string.
yeah, you're pulling the long string.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got it now.
Yeah, and then making a loop.
Do you want me to repeat that, or has everyone got that? Because you can't see anyone apart from Fatima.
You didn't want to come on the recording, you see.
Oh, that's fine.
It's better to see what you're doing as well when you get it, you know. She can explain to you as well. What's your name? Sorry.
My name's Samara.
Samara, right? Yeah.
Yeah. After the session, I'll actually email Isma with some YouTube videos that I've actually,
Right, okay.
and then you can actually learn from there as well.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah.
Because they do it differently, and some people do actually learn different ways. So it's your palm of your hand there, your yarn, your tail. You just wrap it around your little finger, and you just
then
pull the yarn tail through your main part.
And make sure you don't make any noise because I'm doing my class here. I want to pop the balloon. Here, put this on first.
I can see now we're going to be the best crochet group in Blackburn with Darwin, aren't we?
Yeah.
The slip knot is actually the hardest to do. Once you know how to do a slip knot, everything else is easy. And crochet is all just about knots.
All right. I've never done it, so I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you're just making knots, but you're making knots in different loops and different holes, and that's the main. If you learn the basic techniques, that is it.
Yeah.
And if you buy any women's magazines, every magazine that you buy, there's always something to make about crochet and knitting.
All right.
Yeah, I'll show you what I do. So I do actually sell stuff as well. So. Shall I move on, or is everyone okay with the slip knot?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, thank
you.
So the main part of the yarn, you hold it. You need a bit of tension. I hold it like this. You've got your hook and your slip knot here, and on your left hand, you hold the yarn.
So we're putting the hook around the finger. The one we made before.
You're putting the yarn around your finger.
So what about the knot we done? Shall we just open that?
No, no. You hold on with your right hand, and with your left hand, there. This is my right there, if you can see.
Yeah.
And my left, I've just got this there.
So the same thing, hook thing needs to go around your finger.
No, the hook is on your right hand. You leave the hook on your right hand, and with your left hand, you hold the yarn.
Did you wrap it around your finger?
You can actually wrap it
yarn.
around. People do wrap it around to give tension, but if you this is what I do. I call it a pointer.
Yeah. Right.
And this is my right hand there. Look, I've got my hook and my yarn here in my right hand, and the main part of the yarn, I'm holding it with my left hand.
Right. Okay.
I think they're getting confused with the, do you know the hook that they've just made? The loop that they've just made, where's that going? That's what they want to know.
We're going to add some more loops to that loop, but for now, you just hold this, and I'll show you how to add loops on.
So where's yours gone? Have you opened it up?
There's mine.
It's on the needle, isn't it?
There's mine.
Ladies, if you watch carefully, Samara is showing you.
Yeah.
We're looking
It's
at
on the needle.
There, my loop is still on my needle. You need a loop on your needle.
Okay.
That's your starting
Now we
point.
get it.
That's your starting point. Have you got that?
Yeah.
And this is the
That
main
needs to be on
part.
the crochet.
The tail's here, so you don't work with the tail. So don't get your tail and your main yarn confused.
Right. Yeah.
This is your main yarn, and you've got to hold it with your left hand.
Right.
Now we get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And you're going to wrap it around your second finger or your third finger, whichever, to give you that tension, the straightness.
Right.
Because if imagine if I did, I can't do crochet with just one hand. If you get it,
Right. Yeah.
I need that tension so that I can loop around. Have you all got that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long this is, depending on how much tension you need.
Right. Yeah.
And you're going to your hook, you're going to work it there, yarn over like this.
Yeah.
You're going to work away from the yarn, not towards you. The yarn should be working away from your body. Not like this, it's like this.
Right.
And then you're going to put that, the yarn is going to go there, where the hook is. And you're just going to pull it through that loop you just made before.
Do you just wrap it once or twice?
Once.
Once.
To chain, this is called chaining.
Right.
To chain, you just wrap it around once, and you don't actually wrap. You work it away from your body, not towards your body.
Yeah.
So the yarn should be going away from your body. Then you hook it there, like you're catching a fish there. Hook it there, and then you loop it through.
Excuse me.
Has everyone got that? It's there. Work it away from your body. Yarn.
Can you just bring it a bit, lift it a bit higher so we can, a little and a bit, yeah.
There. Is that okay?
That's a bit better, yeah.
You're working it away from your body. Then you're yarning over, like that. So it's away from your body, yarning over. So you got your hook there. And you're moving you're actually moving your hook as well. Away from your body, yarning over, so your hook is moving downwards as well. Move your hook in the downward position and then loop it through.
So we're taking it through the one that's knotted.
Yeah. So that's one chain you've done. Your chains won't be as neat as some mine would be. They could be loose or tight, but with practice, your chains will get better. So when I started crochet, my grandma taught me, and I did a full ball of yarn, just doing chains until I got it perfect.
So you keep doing the same thing?
Yeah. So it's away from your body. I hold this piece because it gives me a bit of structure.
Oh, my hand's already hurting.
Yeah, it does hurt. So it's away
I've
from
got
your
really
body
bad
there.
arthritis and
Yarn
same
over,
thing, I'll put it
and
in
then
for
you're
you.
using the hook to actually hook it. And you're moving
Off
the
the
hook
box,
downwards,
the
and then
foot,
you're looping it through there.
on the floor. Okay, we'll put it on the floor then. Sorry, I've got the little one
Oh, it's fine.
having his breakfast at the same time.
It's a bit difficult with everyone at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's away from your body, yarn over, and you're actually moving your hook downwards. See, first there, and your hook will do the job, because then this hook, you get your yarn and you loop it through.
My hand's already hurting. Oh, my arm as well.
It's good exercise, actually.
No, if you,
your
I've
arms
got
and-
really bad arthritis in my hands. Oh, Allah. Gio. No, you can't say hi because this is a class, Hussein. They're not my friends, Hussein. They're my classmates.
Samara, it reminds me of, you know, when I was younger and we used to do, I think, on our finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually crochet on a finger.
Is that what we're trying to do? But so how does so the needle, does that make the process easier?
The hook is that, and it makes it easier when you put the hook where you put your yarn there, and then you just hook it through.
Okay, so let me watch that now closely, because that's what I thought I was doing. I'm finding it. Okay, so yeah.
If anyone's got questions, just ask me, and or I'll just be going on and on. You don't work your yarn this way.
Open it fully, Hussein.
Okay.
You work your yarn away from your body.
Right. Yeah. So.
And you actually move your hook. So
Okay.
you hook the yarn, and then when you hook the yarn, you just pull it through the loop.
Oh, now I get it. Yeah.
There.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I get that now.
You're actually moving your hook as well. Don't keep it in one position.
Okay.
Wait, you put milk all over it.
So
Get the blue tissue.
and then you
So
put
it's
it
away
there.
from your body.
Yeah.
You hook the yarn.
Okay, go on.
And then you just pull it through the loop.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
that
then
makes
your
sense.
chain will get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I think we've got that.
Yeah.
Away from your body.
So I'll give you 5 minutes to practice it. And if anyone's got a question, or if you want me to show you again, I'll do it again.
Because I'm trying to do my class.
So it's just away from your body. There's your hook. You hook in the yarn, and then it's up in the loop.
How long are you going to be showing us how to crochet?
As long as you want.
Oh, that's how kind. So when I get a hook from wherever, from the pound shop or wherever, you'll be able to show me how to, go through it with me.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I'll give you a few minutes to actually do
So
that.
Alison, today is a taster session.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have talks with Samara and find another day of when it's suitable for Samara.
Yeah.
We do the next 6 weeks course.
Right.
I'll show you what I've done in the meantime. I'm making some flowers.
Oh, mashallah. So nice.
There is a reason why I want to learn how to crochet and knit. It's because I'm going to be a grandma in July for the first time.
That's nice.
Oh,
I've done, and I'm making a baby
congratulations.
blanket as well.
Oh,
With knitting, is you've only got 2 stitches, so it's easier. With
Oh,
crochet,
wow.
you've got a lot of stitches to learn.
oh, beautiful.
But if you've done the basics, then it's easy.
Oh,
And I've also made a hot water bottle for my mum.
oh, lovely.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so nice.
But it's turned out bigger.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's better being bigger than being
So I'm just going to
too
put,
small.
I might put a cotton lining in so it fits snugly in there.
Oh, I bet she'll be nice and warm now, won't
I
she?
know, she loves it.
Mm.
Samara, have you been learning crochet? Like, have you been, how long have you been crocheting for?
Well, I've been crocheting on and off for 30 odd years.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I learned as a child from my grandma and I loved it.
Mhm.
She did it for a living because she was quite poor in Pakistan, and she used to do crochet beddings. If anyone's from Pakistan or India, they know they do the beddings, crochet, the
Yeah.
doilies, the table doilies, and
My
she used to do it for
sister
a living.
My
Yeah,
sister
we have.
knows how to do it, but I've never done it.
With that used to be cotton thread at that time,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so I learned from her.
and that looks really nice, the doilies and the sofa sets.
They are very complicated, them, yeah. So you can actually make hats as well. So I made this hat as well.
oh, look.
Oh,
This is quite a simple stitch. So if you learn how to chain and how to go further, this is quite simple. So I might teach you how to do this one.
Oh, wonderful.
And I've made some boots as well.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Mashallah,
I've
very
got
talented.
the cardigan I've made as well.
Wow.
So
you're very skilled, Samara, mashallah.
yeah, and you can actually do lettering as well. I'll show you how to do lettering. There.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's like
So
So
you've
you
got
have a lot
with,
of faith
with
in us
crochet.
then.
I like crochet because
it's like a miracle.
you
Isn't
can actually do a lot with crochet. So it's like you can make, and I use the leftover yarn, I make pompons.
So this basic step that we're learning, is that like the most basic step in order to sort of
Yeah.
progress?
You need to chain, and with like this blanket, for instance, I did about 150 chains.
Oh, wow.
And then you just move on, you move upwards. So this is your chain, and then these are your stitches. So the chain is the hardest, actually, I find, to teach and to learn, is to get that
I've made
perfect.
the knots, but I'm finding it hard how to hold the thread around my fingers.
Yeah, once you've got the hang of making the slip knot and the chain, that's the easiest. And then you find it easy just to carry on.
See, when I've got a string like that, I panic. I think, what am I making? It just looks like a string.
Yeah, but this string, you've seen what I've created, so anyone can create that. Like my daughter makes loads of hearts. She likes making hearts. And you can make stuffed toys as well.
See, I got for the COVID at the start of the pandemic, somebody made me like a surgeon with a mask on.
Yeah.
All out of crochet, and so cute.
Yeah, you can do anything. The hardest bit is to get the slip knot and to chain.
They make little premature babies, they make little caps for them, don't they?
Yeah, they make them in different colours, don't they? Red. They use the traffic lights.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've actually donated quite a few of them. So is everyone chaining?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Crochet,
So it's just away from your body that way.
I think I'm finding it hard to hold it properly. I don't know, I'm trying, but it just...
Yeah, you know what? The more practice you get, the more you'll get better. Holding it, and I'm holding it a certain way because I've just learned how to do that. But you can hold it any way you like, to be honest. And you can actually hold your needle like this in
Yeah.
a pen position, or I hold it in a knife position.
Yeah, I like it that way. Yeah. Nice.
Depends on how, and some people hold it like this position, like a pen position.
Yeah.
And some people just hold it like that. So it depends on how you hold it. It doesn't really matter.
As long as we've got the knots in it.
Yeah, as long as you got your slip knot on, and then
Yeah.
For some reason, mine are different. Like they look different shape.
yeah, that will happen.
Some
And
are loose, some are open, some are...
I'll tell you one tip is if you're using a 4mm hook when you start, get a thicker yarn.
I think my yarn's too thin and my crochet.
Yeah, get a thicker yarn when you start off.
Yeah, because these hoops are big and small.
Yeah. So
My
that's what
mom's
you do.
you're watching me.
Can you see what I've done? I don't know whether it's coming good or what. Anyway,
I can't see anyone actually.
there.
I'm gonna turn my camera on and
Yeah,
I'll just
that's
show
good
you
actually.
Yeah.
You're using black yarn, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is they've been
And
That's what I've been given anyway. Thank you very
black
much.
yarn is the hardest to actually crochet because you can't see the chain.
there's mine.
All right. No, but it's, yeah, you
Try
just
to get like a white color or cream color, any light color yarn to start off with.
holding is, I'm finding it hard. I'm trying
Small
to hold.
and big hoops.
Yeah, you can. Do you know what holding is the hardest?
Yeah.
You ladies are a lot more skilled than I am. I
Don't
kind
think
of
so, Salma.
got rid of my knot and then I'm just stuck somewhere. So I'm just watching you and listening to you.
Do you want me to show you how to do the knot again?
Do it.
You can do Samara, yeah, why not?
I'll just use this one.
I'm doing them, but they're just big and small.
Samara.
It doesn't matter if it's big or small. The more practice you get, the more you'll get better. So if the tail's here on your palm, you just wrap your yarn round like that,
Mm.
and you just lift the first one, the main part of this yarn, and you just post the other part through there.
Ah, yes. Yes. Posting it and lifting it, that's it.
Yeah.
I knew something was going wrong there.
I just
Nah.
say like this is the letterbox and you're posting a letter.
Yeah.
The main part's your letterbox and the tail is your letter. So you're just posting your letter through.
Oh, my fingers are hurting.
So you're opening the letterbox and you're just posting your letter there.
My hands got numb.
There. Is everyone chaining, or is there anyone got any difficulties? Just let me know.
My hands are hurting. I've got somewhere.
I'm not doing anything today. I've got migraine. I can't even focus on anything on the Zoom session.
Oh no, Husna, that's not like you.
No, I can't see anything. I tried my glasses and everything. It's just
Baba, sending a pic after on WhatsApp.
Husna?
What yours? What
Gee.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
Yeah, it's just a migraine. I can't focus. I tried using my glasses and everything. Inshallah, I'll go on YouTube and have a look when I'm better.
Yeah, I'll email, text Isma with some videos and then she can share it with you lot.
Inshallah. I recognize you, Samara, though.
I do. I recognize your voice, though.
Yeah, we went to
Did you open the brioche buns?
with the kids trip
Did you open the brioche buns?
ages ago. I went with my grandson.
Did you open the brioche buns?
Could be.
Huh? Did you eat
was it a
them
school trip?
brioche buns?
Yeah.
When? When did you eat them?
I can't remember.
Where's that place in Preston?
No, who ate
With the kids with Zahida's
Oh, we
session.
did a course together. I remember now.
Yeah,
I do remember you, yeah.
Yeah. Zahida Hussain at Bangor.
Yeah, what's it called? I forgot what the place is now.
I don't know. It's,
No,
yeah.
Rockles.
Always was out,
Rockles.
wasn't you?
Gigi.
I found one photo of us, all the group in English class, and we went to town hall.
Oh my
Remember,
God.
I got a certificate. Yeah, I don't know who sent me on YouTube, you know, what's up.
Really?
And I was looking and I was told, oh, that's Husna's there.
Oh
as
my
well."
God. I remember we went to, was it?
Going back a long
Did we go to
time.
King George's Hall or something?
Yeah, we did.
God.
Remember?
I
Yeah, we get
forgot
the
about that
certificate and
time.
photo, yeah.
Wow.
I know, I was looking at him and was so thin, was so young and everything.
Oh my God.
All of us
Wow.
look different now.
I
Samara,
forgot.
can I show you
remember that.
mine?
I wish I learned this earlier
Can you see
because
it?
it's really stress-free.
Remember
Your
now
phone.
when you said,
Samara,
I thought
Yeah.
I need to.
am I doing this right?
Yeah, you are actually.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good actually. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, brilliant. I've got it right then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Well done,
Firoza. Well
Firoza.
done.
Yeah, it's actually
Thank
quite neat
you.
as well.
It's
I
not
think
that neat,
mine's
you know.
right
You
as
need to
well.
look at it closer.
No,
Wow,
it's
that's
very
I'm going to
neat.
carry on. Carry on.
I know mine is
Fatima's is good as well.
where you're coming now as well.
Samara, this is my knitting. Can you see it?
Oh, wow.
That's
I
really
can't
Alison,
see
that's
you
really
actually.
good.
It's
what you make.
Oh yeah, I can actually. Yeah. Oh wow.
yeah, but it's all uneven, but it needs to be cast off. Needs a cast off. I don't know how to cast it off.
So to cast off is, have you got your other needle?
Yeah.
So you work two stitches on the other needle,
Yeah.
and the first one you're done, you just take it off the needle.
What are you making, Alison?
She's making a scarf.
Oh.
It's finished, but it just needs casting off. So do 2 stitches and then you cast off.
No, the first stitch you've done, you just take that off the needle. You let it fall off.
You let it fall off the needle completely.
Yeah.
Right.
You use the other needle to let it fall off, or you can use your hand.
So all I need to do is just do that.
Yeah. And then you work another stitch, and the last one, the first one you've done, you keep doing it. Have you done a 1 stitch?
Yeah.
So you work another, you cast on another one on the other, so you've got 2 on the other needle again.
Right.
And the previous one, you just, not the one you've done now, the one you've done before, you just take it off the needle.
Right. We'll have to see. It's gone on to the other needle. I must be doing something wrong still.
You actually,
Alison, hold it up and so Samara can see what you're doing.
yeah. You know, cast on 2 stitches on the other needle.
Totally.
So the first one you've done, you just take it off the needle. Don't put it on the other needle. You just take it off completely off the needle. The stitch.
The end.
So after you've taken the one off, you should have 1 left.
Yeah, it seems to be going off the other side. I think I've done one there at the start.
Yeah.
But I'm going. All my stitches are going back onto the needle, like as if I'm going to start another row. If you get.
No, you just take it off the needle. I don't have my knitting at the moment, or I would have shown you how to do it.
Right. Shall we do it? Shall I save it until another time?
Yeah. I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, I'll save it until another. I don't want
So
to.
you actually, let you know. You do two. You cast on two on the other one, then you just take the first one off.
Right. I'll say I don't want to interrupt everybody else.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
it's all right, Alison.
Has everyone got a chain?
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how big your chains are, as long as you've got a chain, that's fine.
Yeah, I have. Look. I know it's black. I don't think you can see clearly, but yeah, I have.
So when you want to actually move on and you want to add to the rows, so I'm going to add to the rows now. You actually yarn over like this, and you go into your this is not the loop. This is your first chain. You go into your second chain. So you yarn over, go into your second chain like this. Can you see it?
So you're twisting the cotton 3 times?
No, just once. You just yarn over and you go into your chain. I'll go into 1, 2, the third chain on the hook there. Has everyone got that? So you're going to yarn over. You're not going to make a loop it now. I'm going to show you how to add on. So
Can I ask you where you've got your crochet thing from? Because I think mine's too small and it's hurting
my crochet hook? I got it from eBay.
Because that's got like a handle, hasn't it?
Yeah, I got this because it's easier, because then the yarn doesn't fall off.
And you know mine, this feels like too small and my fingers are hurting with it.
Yeah, these are nicer, because if you've got arthritis, these are nicer ones.
I know, that's why I'm looking at yours, because I'm thinking this seems really small.
So Alison, if you want to, you can actually order from eBay. They're about a couple of quid.
Yeah.
And these are nicer with the handle.
Can you order some and I'll pay you? Is that okay or no?
Oh no, what we'll do, Samara, is if you just share the link with Isma, then Isma can put it on the group for whoever wants to order that one.
I don't shop online, you see, so I'll pay.
This one is an expensive one, but a similar one to this one, it'll probably be about 2 or 3 quid.
I know that looks like quite a handle.
Yeah, I got it because I actually get a stiffness in my hand, so I don't have that the metal one. This one's easier to grip. So it's easier.
If you get stiffness in your hands, do exercises like that with your fingers.
Yeah,
that's the best thing to do. Keep the circulation going.
Yeah. So
with arthritis though, the more you do it, the more painful it is.
Yeah, so if you've got arthritis, these are probably the better ones.
I know, that's why I'm looking at your crochet knitting, because this is giving me. Oh,
yeah, I got it because my chains used to just fall off, and this just gives it a bit of structure.
Because it's wider.
Yeah, so the actual loop gets stuck here, so you don't actually. So you get a neater finish with these. If you want to make do crochet items and you want a neat finish, then these are the best ones.
That looks good.
I'll share the link with Isma, and then she can just give it to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then we can just order our own.
Yeah, or if you can order the group, and if it's like postage. But it's like, I don't know how postage works now, because everyone's charging postage as well.
That's what I'm saying. If few of us wanted it, then it could be one.
Yeah, you could get it free postage.
Yeah, one order instead of one small thing ordering and paying double.
Has everybody been getting the post? It's very slow at the moment, isn't it?
I think the Royal Mail is quite slow, because I've been waiting for yarn for a few days and it hasn't come.
The deliveries do come, but they're coming like after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm still using Amazon Prime, which is quite good. They come next day if you're desperate.
So is everyone comfortable doing the chains, or do you want to practice doing the chains more?
I think it's be better just practicing doing this chain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then at least in our head is coming properly what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then we can, yeah.
I think we need to make one blanket of just plain chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I started, my
one
grandma
line's not
got me a
gonna
ball of
get
yarn and she just made it practice until I finished a whole ball, and then she unraveled it and I did it again and again until she said to me that's a perfect chain.
Right. Yeah, because some like places it looks okay, some places it looks a bit tight, some places
Yeah.
it looks loose. So,
Mine
Yeah.
is as well. Some are
not
loose,
like
some are
one-
wide.
Well, these will help you actually get the perfect chain,
Oh dear.
because actually, if you can see,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any further.
No, mine's not going further, but it just I don't know. I think where I'm holding my other thread, or am I pulling hard some places or
Yeah.
something?
You have to remember when you actually crochet, because my daughter's, I taught her how to do it. What she did last year, she used to crochet quite tightly. So as the
That's
year
what
went
I'm
on, she
doing.
started crocheting
do
quite
you do it like?
loosely,
Do you
and
do
she got used to it.
Sorry,
So you
but-
will find that when you start, you actually
Yeah.
start crochet quite loosely or quite tightly. But with practice, you'll get the perfect chain.
But do you have to have a bit loosely, or
I
how-
like it
how
quite
does it
loose
work?
when I'm adding on, but then I can see my chains.
How does it work? Yeah, all of it.
So if I'm like doing, I'll show you, if I'm doing with the 4mm hook, so I use a bigger hook to do my chain, and the main parts of the work, I use the smaller hooks. So I've got some bigger hooks I'll show you. This is what I use. This is a slightly bigger one for my chains. And then
What size is that one?
once I've got the chains, and then I start using this one.
Samara, what size is that one?
That is a 5mm one.
Because I've got 5, I've got 4s, 4.5 and 3s.
If you find that you're doing your chains quite tightly, you can go up a size, a hook, or you can go down a size.
Right.
So
I
I've
think
got
I've
quite a
started
few.
off tight and I've gone a bit loose and then gone a bit tight and loose. So
Yeah, that will come with practice. You just need to
I
practice
think
doing
that's
your
what
chains.
mine is like.
Yeah. So that's what I do. And with more practice, you'll know which hook size you like. This is my favorite one, and it's actually, I need another one because it's all.
So I'm going to ask a really dumb question, Samara.
Yeah.
You know, so the different size hooks, is it just for ease, or does it actually make a difference with the actual finished products and the blankets?
No, this is, if I remember, I showed you yarn labels. This is a thicker yarn.
Yeah.
So it tells me that I need a 5mm hook. Once you get into practice, and you're going neater. So if you use thicker yarn, you need a thicker needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're using a thinner yarn like this one, you need a smaller needle.
And I suppose if you use the right needle for the right wool, does it just make it easier?
It makes your work look neater, I think.
Okay.
Because if I was using like this one, for instance, look how thick that is.
Yeah.
On this needle, on this yarn, it'll just make the chains will be just horrendous, and you won't be able to do them like this. I'll show you there.
It's quite thick. Yeah.
So do you not use them for like flowers or like different hooks for different?
Yeah.
I thought the larger needles would give you a chunky finish.
You
like a
can
chunky-
actually, with the flowers, I use a smaller hook. There.
So
But
to make
for blankets, I use this one.
bigger.
So if you want your work to be compact, like you're doing a really compact stitch and you want it quite compact, you'll use a smaller needle. And if you want it loose and you just want to do it a larger hook. But the hooks are mainly for your yarns. This is for like a cotton yarn, and it's quite a thin one there. So it's probably for your cotton thread where you have to do a doily. I've actually lost, this is an even thinner one, so I've just put a lace on a scarf with that one.
Yeah, I was just going to say that as well. They're suitable for. Well, I
I'm
like
liking-
the way you the handles on them.
Yeah.
These are giving
If
me.
you want a pack like this is from Amazon and it's about £8.
And it's got also all the sizes.
It's got all the, but I've lost mine, so I'll show you what it had. The needles, the hooks, about 8 hooks, and it's got the stitch markers, and it's got the needles, you know, the darning plastic needles.
Yeah.
And it had a few of these, which there.
So it's a full kit, you can say.
Yeah, it's a full kit, and it's got stitch markers as well, because when you go in, you need to sometimes, when you start work or if you're new, you just need to put a stitch marker in the first chain.
What does that mean?
So you know where you are?
So you know where you are, and when you work on, then you know that was your first chain, and you don't go in your second chain or your third chain, or you don't go in the knot. Yeah. I would just put it there, that I know that this was my first chain. There. You can use hairpins, but these are what are called stitch markers. So you know, when I've actually done a row here, that this was my first one, and this will be my last one when I've done.
So you just put that there.
Yeah. Because when you're doing some work and you're doing some stitches, you need to know where your stitches are. Or if you're making a cardigan and it tells you that certain stitches you mark, and then you just put a stitch marker there. I'm making a crochet. I'll show you if I can. I'm making a crochet jumper for my daughter there. And on where the shoulders is, I had to put stitch markers in, so I knew where the shoulders were.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So how do you do the color combination, mix of colors?
Yeah, she chose the colors.
No, I'm saying, do you do markers for the colors as well? To use different colors?
No, you just do it
one step at a time.
I would actually, this was my start, where I started, so I put a stitch marker there. And these were where the shoulders is, where the arms are going to go when it's worked a bit through. So I put a stitch marker there. And these need the stitch markers as well. So I knew which stitches were to put the shoulder stitches in.
Wow, that's really nice. When it's finished tomorrow, I want to see the full end product.
Yeah, I'll finish it by next week, I think.
Wow, mashallah.
Oh, you're so talented, Samara.
I just love doing it because it's just, for me, it's therapy actually, Alison, more than anything else, because I've been through a lot, and I lost 2 of my kids, so this was a way I used to do crochet blankets for the neonatal unit, because they did so much for me. And it just keeps my mind, I don't watch TV a lot, so this keeps my mind focused.
Yeah, my mother was a great knitter, you know. She's made me so many jumpers and cardigans over the years, bless her, you know. She lived till she was 90 years old, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
She lived till that age, and she was still knitting in her late 80s. She was marvellous at it.
Actually, they said with a crochet, if you crochet, then you don't get dementia. It actually helps with dementia.
Oh.
Right, that's it.
It actually delays dementia.
Because you're using your cognitive abilities, you're focusing on something.
Yeah, you're actually counting as well, because
Yeah.
there's a lot. There's a lot of math that goes into this. Counting stitches, and you're counting back, and you're counting how many stitches and where it goes. So it does actually help.
It does. It's something positive to see, isn't it? And so many people admire it.
Yeah.
No, it's just a talent that women have. I've never yet met a man that can crochet.
Oh, I'll actually send you a link of a little boy. He's called Jonah, and you should see how fast he knits. He crochets.
Oh. And how old is he, Samara?
I think he's about 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could do it as fast as him, but I can't.
Yeah.
Even though I'm quite fast at crochet because I've been doing it for 40 years, I'm not as fast as him.
Oh.
And there is a jail in South America because that they do it there for prisoners to keep them occupied.
Yeah.
And it's helped with mental health as well for them.
Yeah.
It just keeps you occupied, I think. I don't watch TV, so this is my therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even you can even probably do it while you're watching telly anyway, you know, because you're so used to it.
Yeah. With simple stitches like this one, I can.
Yeah.
But with some complicated ones, you have to see where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a very kind friend of mine, and a few years ago, she took me to Preston, and you know Waterstone's bookshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Preston, and she bought me a beautiful book about knitting and crocheting. Now I've looked through this book; it's about that thick. It's about that thick, and it's so beautifully illustrated.
Yeah.
But I'm trying my very, very best to cast on with it. But watching you today, I'm sure I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah, because everyone's different in learning. Some are visual learners, some look at patterns. I can never read a pattern as long like they've got drawings or patterns. I could never actually get them as long as I actually watch YouTube a lot.
Can you see that? There's for my little granddaughter that's coming in July. I want to knit that for her. It's a very simple, ordinary knitting little tabard in pink and white.
Oh,
so
but if you know how to, you probably learn how to do crochet, and you probably could do it in crochet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll have to get a crochet hook, like you say.
Yeah.
These are from,
you can get these. I think they're about 8-9 quid from Amazon or eBay. I don't know. They both sell them.
Right.
And they probably work out cheaper than you getting a few needles.
Right. Okay.
Because they've got all sizes of needles, hooks in there.
Right.
And they'll be like this, so you'll probably be better with these sort of hooks rather than the normal metal ones.
Right. Lovely.
Because these have got a rubber handle.
Fatima, well done. You can see you practicing really nicely.
Thank you.
Fatima, let's have a look. What have you done? Show us.
Yeah, you can. Oh, she's done a very long
chain.
chain.
Come on, yeah. I'm like halfway through hers.
Oh.
Was that your first time, Fatima, using the crochet hook to do that?
Yeah, I've never done it before in my life.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That is actually quite good.
I do knit, embroidery. I've done once knitting, but it never got me anywhere, so I just forgot about it.
I think knitting, because there's only 2 stitches, people get bored with it.
Yeah. No,
which other ladies can share what you've done?
If a stitch comes off, your actual work gets unraveled, and whereas with crochet, you've only got this
loop. Yeah.
That's it. So your work will not get unraveled.
No, I've picked mine up after 6 months and it's still there, so I'm quite pleased.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, Saliha, what you've done.
It's not much, it's only a chain.
Yeah.
I can't get past the chains. I'm still doing the chains.
Samara, you said at the start of the session you were going to explain what you've done already. You know, in the, was it a shop that you made items for? Or
yeah, I do sell, but what I sell, I tend to actually donate all the profit to charity, because you don't really make much with handmade things, because people won't pay you for the time you put in.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to give someone a handmade gift, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's special, because it actually, if I received it, then I know that person has put some effort into the gift.
Yeah.
And they put time in as well. So for me, time is precious. I think the most precious thing is time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love in it, mashallah.
Yeah, there is.
It's like cooking for somebody or having a takeout. So
yeah. And a bowl of like this yarn could just cost you. If you're quite stuck with money and you know how to crochet, You can make a hat booty and mittens with just one ball of yarn for a newborn.
Yeah.
So you don't need much as well, yeah.
Yeah, this is quite. I mean, this is about £2.50 this yarn, but you can get pound shop ones for £1.
Yeah.
So if you know how to, and you just start for money, you
Yeah.
want to give someone a gift like a newborn gift, just pick up a pound yarn and just crochet something for them.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Can
So
we
I
say
think-
thank you to Samara?
Thank you, Samara.
It is the end of the session.
So quick.
That was quick.
Oh, that went quick.
Concentrating too much is that's why time gone quicker.
No, I went quick.
Samara, thank you very much.
I'll send Isma links to videos that I use for my students, and I'll send the links to where you can buy this as well.
And also, can you leave feedback in the chat box or message privately?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
And
very
inshallah,
much.
ladies, going forward, Samara will do a separate crochet course, and Isma will let you guys know when it is, and hopefully you can build upon the skills you've learnt today.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.